Hello guys then, slightly different video to normal. My G29 has arrived, so I thought I'd do a comparison between the 27 and 29. I've got the 29 just because the G27 broke, so as a replacement Logitech sent the G29. Yeah, so in terms of comparison, that's the box. I'd say it's a bit better than the G27, but obviously time's moved on, so packaging has changed. Got the different information on the sides. I'd say I would probably prefer the controls being on the H shifter with the 27 rather than the 29 with them being on the actual steering wheel themselves, but that's just because it's made for consoles. Yeah. So yeah, I'll come back when they're opened up and side by side. I'll also come back when it's been installed and actually had a go and had a sort of, I can form a proper opinion on it rather than just what it looks like. Back in a minute. Hello then, so back to the comparison. This is the G29. We've got, this is the G29 itself. Not sure what that's for. Looks like it might just be a bit annoying. But this is the H shifter, which is separate. They only sent me that because as part of the G27 it has one, so they sent that as an extra. The wheel is obviously completely different. It's got a lot more controls, probably made, these are specific PS4 controls, whereas the main controls for the G27 are on here, but there's possibly more buttons, I'm not entirely sure. The only difference or visual difference at least that you can see, is the pedals is the black plastic supports. That's on the G27. It's got red ones. Doesn't really bother me. Possibly bigger pedals. No, about the same. So yeah, that's not a problem. I'll probably still use this one. Well, I'll probably use the new one because it could have more sturdy supports inside, and this one could possibly have weaker ones that I've worn down for using it. I may well use the old H shifter. There's more buttons on it. I prefer the control panel style. But obviously I'll definitely use the new wheel because that's the main thing I want, because the steering problem. That seems free to move on no power. Power cable, I'll probably use the new one again because of wear and tear. Also feels a bit lighter. I don't know, time moves on and technology increases. I haven't checked cable length, but that's about right. So if it's any shorter, if this one is any shorter than this one, then I'll have to use this one because I need that length. So yeah, I'll get this set up. I don't know whether profile is going to be any more difficult, but you got plenty of buttons. They turn as well, which is a bit strange, but lots of different buttons everywhere doing lots of things. Again, that's just the plate, like this one, just a plate. You also got your inbuilt, I'm not sure whether it's a rev counter or speed counter, I can't remember, depends on which game I think, but that one's got on the top, and that one's more covered up because of the plastic supports for these buttons. So yeah, leather wise, feeling pretty much the same, obviously newer, so it's different. I'm not really sure about this at all, it's a bit weird, but anyway. Come back in a minute when it's all set up. Back in a minute. Hello guys then, and welcome back to my comparison of the G27 and G29. So after a few days of using it, I had some trouble to start with to get the centering spring to work properly. Now it moves quite easily, whereas before it was very stiff. It turns out for some unknown reason, the centering spring alterations will only work properly if you have combined pedals on. That's combined between forward and reverse accelerated brake type thing. So yeah, it works fine now. That's all fine. I did put the G29 one on because the controls on the G27 one wouldn't work properly, and so, well, because they're not recognised by the wheel, and so to avoid having extra things in the way, I put the G29 one on. Obviously, if you guys haven't seen, I do run a dual monitor, Extreme Pro 3 Logitech joystick, and the G29 and pedals, etc. So yeah, on the whole, I do really like these buttons, the dial and things. They're really useful for the radio. Good setup for that in FS17. On the whole, these controls are alright. They're sometimes a bit more difficult just to lay your hand on if you're in the middle of turning and want to flip the machine on. It's easier to have it here, but it's not a big deal. I've still got the buttons here if some of them need to be like that. So yeah, I'd say they're pretty even. I will see how long it how it goes into the future, but I wouldn't say it's as bad as I originally thought it would be. Like, my opinion would have been that G27 is way better, whereas now it's probably reasonably equal. There's a few things that just to get used to. The brake actually doesn't depress very much, whereas on the G27 that depresses a lot more. So if you're using FS, then for FS, then because your brake is reverse, I'm not sure it's ideal as such. You've got just as much control, but it's not a big deal at all. So yeah, the profile is also a bit more unusual to get your head around, but again, it's just getting used to it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.